Hi, I welcome you all to the Designers Roundtable organized by the Voice of Fashion. Today we have with us three distinct designers who have steadily built their craft and have worked into the business of fashion for the past decade. These three designers have stood their ground and have made a name for themselves without going the glitterati way. We have with us Ragini Ahuja, who runs the label Ikai. We have Anand Bhushan, who runs his eponymous label. And we have Vajahat, who runs the label Rafugar. I welcome you all. Welcome, Ragini. Maybe we can start with you. When did you first feel that you sort of arrived on the Indian fashion scene? Was it your first fashion show that you got for a fashion week, or was it the first time maybe your clothes debuted on a red carpet? When was that moment where you were like, okay, I'm no longer a fashion student, I'm now a fashion designer?
I don't feel there was ever a day or a time when I thought I had arrived, even though a lot happened in the last decade. And, when you look back, there's just so much that happened. But I still feel that it is about creating one day at a time for me. Like, I enjoy the whole process of just creating. So I think if I start to believe that I have arrived, I'm going to actually be sort of troubling the process.
I think there are little moments that in the past, I think 10 years from debuting a collection to when I debuted my collection, I was still in college. It was my graduation project at NIT in Ahmedabad. And Vajahat was my junior at that point of time, I remember.
Yeah.
And it's so, to get these little things, opportunities to sort of showcase, like, let's say, a collection or being featured at that point of time, magazines were huge. That was the only way to sort of reach out to your public who used to flip through pages and see your collections, or the internet had not, the social media had not taken off as what we see it now. So these little things, or for that matter, the collection being picked up by a store or making your first international debut somewhere. So these little things that we've sort of have come to play, which have been the wow moment, or as what Oprah says, the aha moments, which have been there.
There have been moments, there have been points like when you are somewhere, maybe in a gathering or a party, and someone walks to you and will ask you that you are the founder of Rafugar, we love your work, or we so much believe that's very poetic or something. So those moments, like, you feel that okay, maybe in bits and pieces I'm doing something. Otherwise, it's been a process. I started a bit late than others, with fashion and all. So for me, it's still a journey. I still learn every day. I'm learning from everyone around me.
The double-edged sword of Bollywood is synonymous with the red carpet, and who wears your clothes and who wears when what is the question that is dominating many fashion circles. So how do you deal with Bollywood? Because either you can ignore it or you can endorse it. So how do you go about it? Ragini, do you want to talk about it? Because your clothes have been worn by A-listers. We also saw your wardrobe on Never Have I Ever, the Netflix show. So how do you deal with Bollywood? Do you want more of it? Do you want less of it?
So it's not the whole pizza for me. It's maybe half a slice, Bollywood. The other part of the pizza is more what I create. Am I selling? Are people wearing? Where am I stocking? So for me, it's more people wholeheartedly wearing them. And then Bollywood does help in the middle because, they influence and people want to see what, say, Kareena Kapoor or Katrina Kaif or Poorna Jagannath is wearing in Never Have I Ever. So it does help, it influences, but it never has been a focus for me, because I feel it's very hard for me to sort of strike that balance of styling celebrities or giving them clothes and plus working alongside. So it's just been that for me.
Okay. Like, if it comes along, it's great. If not, it's also okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And does ever an A-lister wearing your clothes or on the red carpet, does it translate to a lot more business?
Now it does more than ever, because everything is streamlined into online. you see the celebrity wearing it very fast on, say, Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and then they see our Instagram link to our website. So it's sort of much faster than what it was before when we started, because a magazine would cover a celebrity, people would see, they'll get in touch or go to a store and pick up. So it would take a lot longer before, and it's much faster now.
I mean, Bollywood is a marketing gimmick it's a marketing tool for any designer. I mean, an A-lister wearing it, or anyone that you sort of, your aesthetic gels with, any person who is related. It could be a singer, it could be a director, it could be a producer, that doesn't really matter. But it sort of definitely translates into sales and more queries coming in this online day and age. When I had started off, it was very exciting because I wanted to make a lot of A-listers wear it for the simple fact that there was more visibility for a new designer, which was there. Currently, when we see, there is so much of social media clicks happening when it comes to that. I've started shied away from. I think I'm one of the very few designers who've shied away from Instagram, for that matter, because I really don't. I find it to be more, as I call it, the plastic in the sea. There's a lot of trash clicks more than anything else. So, and my clothes, I feel, are also not very hanger friendly. So you got to really feel it, and it's more tactile when it comes to that. So for me now, if somebody wears it, it's good. If it doesn't, then we have our own channels where for the last 10 years, we've created. So it's good to go.
Did you ever feel that you were taking a risk when you made a statement early last year, when you were not keen to work with the A-lister because of what her political stance was? Did you feel that you were taking a risk and it was not good business?
No, not at all. I mean, that person in question was, I think, is a very talented actor, and I wish her all the best for that matter. But personally, it was got nothing to do with my fashion label or anything. It was more got to do with the personal ethos, and that was it. And I made it very clear that I do not want to be associated with anyone who is in that. We have different viewpoints. That doesn't make me right or make her right, or vice versa. So I don't think so. That was really a point. It was blown out of proportion for no reason. But yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. Wajahat, what about you? You've recently showcased in 2 fashion weeks and everything. Do you ever feel the need to get a Bollywood A-lister to work for your shows, or do you want an A-lister to wear your clothes?
The kind of clothes I make, I find a very story driven. So I mean, for a A-lister or a Bollywood celebrity to wear them, I get calls and mails from a lot of stylists. But the moment they tell me a name, I feel like maybe that celebrity is not aligning with the kind of philosophy, and the personality is not like that. So I shy away. So last year, I think, so Sushmita Sen had worn one of our garments in Arya. I was happy because the kind of person, the personality she is, being classy, and the kind of woman she stars attract eyeballs, and it is business for any designer for that matter. But yeah, maybe I'll wait, maybe when the right kind of people can wear. Yeah.
Right. We've all had a very difficult 2 years with the pandemic and everything, and I'm sure fashion and retail have suffered massive losses. So today that we're entering the 3rd year of the pandemic, is it good profit, good business sense to be a fashion designer?
It's been difficult. I mean, every time, there are good orders and everything, and something happens. And these 3 waves have almost killed the business. Hope is the only thing we have. So I'm hoping that the business will pick up and things will be fine now for everyone in the industry. It's not just designers. I think it's all the people in collaboration, like stylists, makeup people, photographers, all of them. I mean, it's for everyone, I guess. So the industry goes down, and the businesses, obviously it's a loss for a huge community.
I think everyone has downsized quite a bit when it came at that point of time. But that was the need of the hour. But I think if I see the positive side of it, I think we all needed this reset to happen also, for the simple fact that we were churning one collection after the other. Every like 2 months, there were capsule collection within a capsule collection, some retarded nonsense happening left, right, and center, where stores also did not know what they were doing. I think with this reset, we have realized the idea of design also, where we don't want to waste it and we want to sort of appreciate what we have. And so that was the positive, but I think the downside was the most heartbreaking thing. There were stores being shut down, there were people being let go, but slowly and slowly it's coming back to normal. And I hopefully in a couple of more months, or let's say a year or so, we'll be back on track.
But still, like as a yes or no question, is it good business sense to be a designer today?
Yes, absolutely. There is no two ways about it. I mean, a business is a businessman. Is this when they're running a business, you have your ups and you have your downs. This was the down. We'll have our ups. So there's always. I always say, if you're passionate about something, then there's no two ways about it.
What worked for us was we started promoting all of our collections as seasonless. So nothing on our website or any of our channels is a particular season, a summer or a winter or a 15 or a 2017. It's all just one design. You can pick any of them. Nothing is new, nothing is old, and that's how we promote, and now that's how we sell. And this sense sort of came in when, as Anand said, there was time to think and time to reset. Like, as a designer, what I designed 6 years ago is not less effective than what I design today. So, I don't do fashion. It's more classic, separate. So I think that sense came in only during this time.
But you all three, in spite of standing out, also operate within an established pecking order. So have you ever been a victim of industry politics? Ragini?
I don't know what happens outside of my factory. I really don't.
Come on, Ragini, let's get all the gossip out right now.
No,
you can
Anand.
Just name people.
Anand, what about you? Have you ever been a victim of industry politics?
Every single day. I'm going to call a spade a spade. It is dirty politics in like the way it's played in every profession. Fashion also has its dirty side, and it's the way you sort of deal with it. And there's going to be one insecure little bee that is going to come and take you down. And as a designer, as a businessman, you need to also learn how to deal with this. And that's what I keep telling most of the new people who are launching their businesses and everything. I said it's part and part. Enjoy it. Because and don't take it too personally. That's what we need to learn. And the pecking order is going to be there, and that's what most businesses are all over the world.
Okay, we can wrap up with all of you to give one quick pro tip to a young fashion student who has just graduated this year and is about to launch his or her own label, studio, or a brand. So quickly, one zinger of a quick pro tip from each of you. Anand, please.
I always say design cannot be correct, it cannot be wrong, or it cannot be right. Either it fits into a situation or it doesn't fit into a situation. So we'll deal with the design part later. But in terms of running a business, running a label, you need to plan out your finances very correctly and be very shrewd with where you're investing more than anything.
I feel you stay true to yourself, and if you have a unique voice and you have a unique voice to offer, it will be heard. Again, it might not be heard within the India market, it could be the Gulf, it could be somewhere, but stay true to yourself. That is the most important. If you're trying to fit in, then there's just so much, you have to see what price points other people are selling at. Whereas if you have something totally uniquely you, it could be any price.
You're creating a new venture, you'll have to take the responsibility of managing everything. And it's not only about designing, it's also about the paying salaries. There is a responsibility on your shoulders. So sometimes when we are just creative, we don't think about the financial aspects of it. I think yeah, keeping that in mind when you are opening a new venture.
Thank you everyone for participating at the Designers Roundtable with the Voice of Fashion. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Val.
Thank you so much.